there you are, YouTube. Do. Subscribe if you're interested, but also no pressure. Hey, we're going to do a little bit of a Blu-ray haul today. Blu-ray plus one DVD. Not my local library, but a close, nearby library was just saying, hey, we got these movies. Take them. You don't even have to pay for them. So I was like, all right, I'll sift through these. They had a lot. So they had some Blu-rays, they had some DVDs. Most of the DVDs were like full screen, so I was like, nah, don't want those. No thank you. But I did get one DVD and then the rest were Blu-rays, so I thought we might go through those. Got some horror thrillers and then one more. Let me start with, because I got some like story time to go with some of these. So I guess I'll start with the DVD. So I know it's a bad movie. I know, Yui Bowl. I know. So House of the Dead, I grabbed House of the Dead. I haven't seen it since I saw it on a movie channel years ago. That's how I first watched it, but I was like, you know what? I remember watching it and being like, what the heck is this? Like, you know, with the video game footage that would like pop up for, if I remember correctly, no reason. But also Erica Durance is in it, and I love Erica Durance from Smallville. Loved watching that show. She was Lois Lane, and she's in this movie. So I thought, you know what? I'll grab House of the Dead. Did I say House of the Devil earlier? House of the Dead. Thought I would grab it. There's the image on the back. Anyway, yeah, Yui Bull, right? What am I collecting his movies now? Okay, so in order of story time, or lack of story time, first Blu-ray we're going to go with here is The Kingdom. You know, I've never seen this. Jamie Foxx, Chris Cooper, he's great, and Jennifer Garner. A riveting, hold your breath, ticking time bomb of a movie. And, you know, I remember when it came out, you know, I'm very familiar with the title, very familiar with seeing this movie at a lot of video stores, or I don't know, video stores, but, you know, like, you know, secondhand shops and stuff. And I was like, you know what, it's free, let me pick it up. Maybe I'll want to watch it someday. So, yeah, here it is. So I don't have much to say about that one. Next, I guess I don't have too much to say about it either. But here we have The Strangers, inspired by true events. I can't remember if I saw this in the theater or not. I feel like I might have. Can't say for sure, but, you know, those home invasion movies were happening. It seemed like quite a bit, like there was a lot of them. Maybe there weren't, but it seemed like it was kind of like a fad for a while. But yeah, this one, and then the first, you know, Purge, and then, gosh, what else? I'm having trouble thinking of others. But yeah, I don't know. I don't have too much to say about it other than, you know, I'm kind of interested in rewatching it, and this is the unrated version. Next we have, I showed my wife Cliffhanger like 3 days ago, and that was awesome. She loved it, and I hadn't seen it for a while, so it was great to revisit it. But I just love that my wife loved it. So she loved it so much that she was like, you know what, let's keep this going. So the next night we watched Everest, which is a newer movie with, gosh, who are some of the people in it? Jake Gyllenhaal is in it. A guy who sometimes I mistake for Gerard Butler, but it's not Gerard Butler. I think he played Ted Kennedy in a movie, young Ted Kennedy. Ted Kennedy. And yeah, he's in it. And then John Hawkes is in it. Always loved John Hawkes. But anyway, so, you know, we're watching Cliffhanger, and then we're watching Everest. Both amazing movies. We really loved Everest also. That was a first-time watch for my wife and I. And then she had mentioned, like, other, like, either climbing mountain movies or ice movies. So we started looking at some, and then one of them was 30 Days of Night, which I have not seen since the theater. I think I saw this in the theater. Did I see this in the theater, or did I rent it as soon as it was out? I feel pretty sure I did see it in the theater. But anyway, she'd been talking about this, been interested in watching it. Is that how we got to it? I think there actually is another story of how we landed on this. So we have the two mountain movies, but also she's listening to a podcast about like horror films and things like that. And this was one of the movies they covered in one of the episodes. So she was also interested in it for that reason. So anyway, yeah, we had these two things sort of intersecting, landing on this movie. And then I saw it there and I was like, oh dang, my wife's been wanting to watch this. Let me pick it up. So she's never seen this. I have seen it. I remember not loving it. Some of the CGI just seemed overdone. You know, similar to the way like I Am Legend looks. You know, some of the I Am Legend stuff is sort of how this looks when like they're opening their mouths and stuff like that. But you know, and this was based off a graphic novel, right? I believe so. But I just want to show it to her and see what I think upon rewatch, because I think I've only seen it the one time, and then this would be her first time watching it. So glad to add this to the collection. And then next we have, this is a movie that I actually went to go see the night after my senior prom. So went to senior prom, was crowned prom king, and then I peaked in high school, and then went back to my date's place. We stayed at her place, and then the next day we went to go see Frailty right here. So this was the first movie I saw after prom, and I remember being kind of, you know, weirded out by it, thinking it was strange and odd. There was just like you know, Bill Paxton, Matthew McConaughey. There was just like this like single man cultish behavior going on. It was just like really freaky and unsettling. And at the time, it was like it was similar to like no horror movie I'd ever seen before. It didn't feel like a horror movie. It felt like something else. You know, I wouldn't even know what to describe it. I feel like I still don't know what to describe it, how to describe it today. But it just felt very new, fresh, and different to me back then. Obviously, I've seen similar movies since, but at that time, like when I was thinking horror, you know, meant monsters, it meant slashers, it meant, you know, stuff like that. And then this came out and I'm watching it and it was like, this is different. But, you know, I guess you might compare it. You could probably compare it to The Shining, maybe. No, I mean, I don't know. Parts of The Shining, similar, and that's probably not a good comparison, but maybe you understand what I'm trying to say there. So, I don't know. I guess my story time is I saw this the day after prom, and I've been wanting to revisit it for a long time, and I think I rewatched part of it on a movie channel, but didn't finish it or anything. I was just flipping through and watching it. I was like, oh yeah, I remember watching that after prom. But anyway, now I have it in the collection. So it's just a tiny little haul for Blu-rays, one DVD. So yeah, I think it's a nice little collection of films here. Have you seen these? What do you think of them? Should I just ditch this? Was this a bad idea, getting that? What I'm most curious about, though, is The Kingdom. Was this worth picking up? Where'd it go? The Kingdom. Was this worth picking up, or is it not good? I'm not really sure if this was a movie worth grabbing or not. Is it worth watching? I should probably look at reviews, but I'd also love to know what you think. So yeah, hit me up in the comments below. Let me know what you think of these movies. Were they good grabs or bad grabs? Again, this is the only one that I haven't seen, and this is the one I'm most curious about, and for that reason. But anyway, again, thank you so much for watching, and perhaps we'll see you tomorrow for more Peer Hangout.